having Daryl out there and even Amini, what's that say about where you guys
Well,
are?
it's good. I mean, we'll see. We got a whole week to go through and see where everybody is. The last couple of days we've taken advantage of a light workout. Modified the reps, modified the periods that we did. It's good to see guys moving around. And again, we'll see how they feel tomorrow. But we've come to no conclusions, no decisions on anything, and we'll give you guys an injury report on Wednesday.
Ron, where was Curtis Samuel today?
Sick. I mean, he had so we'll wait till we see him tomorrow, hopefully.
Kind of obviously you've been through this cut down day several times at this point.
30.
Is it 30 times? Wow. Jeez. Is it kind of still a strange feeling walking out every day and not seeing so many people, seeing the empty lockers?
Oh, very much so. I mean, it was kind of strange too because we got out there and we hadn't been able to sign our practice squad yet, and they started to trickle out individually, and so then we knew it was the rest of the roster was being put together, which is kind of cool. But it is kind of kind of strange to walk around. You do see some empty lockers and some familiar names are gone. And that's always the harsh reality of this game, and that's why when you get the opportunity, you got to take advantage.
What were some of the harder decisions for you? I assume Kenyon was one of them.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt. He had a really good camp too, and we got a pretty good position there, and he'll play in the league. He's too good a football player not to. What we had to do with wide receiver was another one. I mean, because some guys had some really good camps. Offensive line was stacked. Defensive line, but again, we had to make the decisions we did, and again with the thought in mind that it's what's best for us.
What ultimately sold you on Taylor Heineke getting the edge there?
I think his athleticism and the ability to run pretty much everything we do. With Taylor, you're not going to have to pare certain things down. Garrett did a great job, got a great arm, and the basic stuff that we do, the non-quarterback keep stuff, is not his strength.
As hard as yesterday is, what's it like when you tell a guy like Fa?
Oh wow, it's cool. It really is because he's worked so hard. And what's interesting is, and I do this a lot of times, is I'll go back and look at tape on guys early and see where their improvements come to see if they have gotten better. And you're always trying to compare that. And when you start seeing growth, you get excited about it. When you start seeing guys stay the same, that's when you get concerned. But with FA, it was continual growth. It really was, and so I was pretty excited about him getting his opportunity.
Ron, how tough was the Searles move on your O-line depth?
That was tough. It really was. But Marty had a plan, and so he executed it. And we got Corey Robinson in. So again, it's to help us there. And, we'll see what happens later on as far as Jeremiah is concerned.
Just look like, could he potentially still come off or no?
No. IR is IR,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there. And unfortunately, you had to keep him for today and then make the move for designated to return.
Was the decision to keep, I believe it was just 8 defensive backs, born of some of those guys' versatility?
Yes, a big part of it too. And again, Rashawn Golden, has worked at some nickel position stuff for us in practice, so we feel really good about his versatility and some of the things that he's capable of doing and some of the spots he can help us with. And Colin plays the Buffalo position for us as well, so we feel good about having guys that do give you multiple positions.
Ron, is the expectation that you will not have to IR Matt?
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, again, we've got a couple more roster decisions still to be made. I understand, as far as the positions that we have. So we'll see what happens.
What was it that you saw in Corey Robinson that made you want to pull the trigger?
Versatility. He plays both left and right tackle for you, and so if you go into a game with a guy like that, you don't have to. If somebody gets hurt, you don't have to move a guy from one spot to another. You can just plug a guy in. So we feel very comfortable. We spent a lot of time. Marty, spent a lot of time looking at him. I know that much. The last couple of weeks. So when this opportunity came up, he felt it would be a real good move for us.
Having the conversation, I know you were a player's coach in the locker room especially, and I think it must be hard at times to have this conversation.
It is. It's really hard, Jordan. I mean, some of these guys, especially guys that have come in and done it for you, for a full year or two, and you see how hard they work, and it's tough, and a lot of good young men, who've been very good for us here, and that's always the tough part.
You talked about Jackson compared to Thomas. That's the day he walks in the door, and now he's going to beat Thomas. But really fair to put that comparison on him, or is that? I mean, I know because of the size and the positions they play, but he's kind of his own unique player.
He is his own unique player because he's got a unique skill set, and and he does some things that Thomas doesn't do, and Thomas does things he doesn't. And I do. I think it is unfair to tag him with that. But having said that, we drafted Shaq with this in mind because in 2014 we had a game Baltimore when Thomas didn't play, and we lacked that outright speed other than Luke. So you need to have a second guy that can run, and Shaq's that guy for us. We got a couple of young guys that can run now as well on the roster, so we feel really good about guys like that. And that's why Shaq is here with that in mind, is that we ever had to play a game without Thomas, we still had two linebackers that could run.
Ron, time for a couple. What did you learn about guys like Van Roten and Moten in these last couple of weeks?
First of all, their football IQ, how bright, smart they are. Guys that have that kind can adjust very quickly from going from one side to the other. Then having a skill set that allows them to play right side or left side, to play inside or out. That is probably one of the bigger things. And you guys have heard me talk about position flexibility. Having that kind of versatility really helps not just the player but the team.
Ron, disappointing to have to put Kevon on IR. I think it was
Yes.
root canal last time we heard, but he had some other stuff going on maybe.
He did, and we had to be careful with that because people know that you're looking for a certain position. It increases the value. So we went through that. It's tough because the guy's a solid football player. We brought him here last year. It was a part of what we did. But going forward, this is the best move for him.
Ron, Deshaun just never came
Well,
back from the knee, or what was the deal with it?
I think we had a couple other guys that were really growing. Brian Cox Jr. did a terrific job coming in and just picked up right where he left off from last year. I talked about the growth you saw in FA, and Marquise just we had three young guys that came in and did some really good things for us.